Is it still possible to take amazing product photos with just one light? Today, I'm going to be challenging myself to see if it's possible to make your brand stand out using 3 different techniques. I'm going to be looking at this Palette Lab SL300 RF and showing you guys why it's also a little bit different from others on the market. For this first image, we're going to be using diffusion as our technique, and I'm going to be using the Palette Lab to then backlight this product. The reason we're doing this is because we want to soften the look of the liquid, and we don't want to create that harsh light which overexposes too many areas of this glass bottle. Now, the special thing about the Palette Lab is it's got a full color spectrum, which means that we can actually get colors that are much closer to what we see in natural daylight. And we're going to be using the HSI to enhance that even further, and I'm going to be adding a beautiful yellowy orange glow to this shot. As you can see, the setup is really simple. We've just got our diffusion roll with our Palette Lab light creating that graduated light going into the back of the bottle. We've got our camera down here with an ND filter and a 50mm lens, and the ND filter is just used to control how much light we want actually going into the camera to stop any overexposed areas. We're also going to be using a technique which is going to be creating this motion blur, and I'll show you in a second. So just reminding you again, you will need an ND filter for this shot. And I'm using 1.6 shutter speed and f11 on the aperture in order to create a sharp image that allows us to also add that motion blur on top. Now, in order to do the motion blur movement, I've got my camera attached to a pan and tilt tripod. So I'm going to loosen the tilting mechanism, and that allows me to move my camera up and down very, very gradually. What we're going to do is reset the product back to the middle, and then we're going to line up our shot and move quickly up and down. So I'm going to reset again, put that back in the middle, and then I'm going to take my shot and move slightly. And this way we're adding a little bit of motion blur into that image. You can also do the same if you're able to change your panning mechanism as well. So I'll lock the tilting one and we can do a side to side movement. So again, I'm going to put the product back in the middle, line it up, take the shot, move it, and that way I'm creating a little bit of motion blur to the side of the image. For the second shot, this is what I like to call the moonlight shot. We're using a gobo for our Palette Lab, and I'll show you that in a second. And this is creating a perfectly round circle. This is creating a backlight again, and also casting some of that golden light from the liquid onto the surface. We're also having our camera at a much lower angle, but this is so we can also see a little bit of reflection and also some of the details from that golden light. And then we're going to add a bit of smoke on top to create some atmosphere, and this all together looks incredible. So behind the diffusion, we've got our Palette Lab and gobo combination, and we've got the Palette Lab in a daylight mode. So this is at 5600 Kelvin, and with the full color spectrum, we're getting this much closer to what natural daylight would look like, which means that we're getting those colors and textures which make it all round better for color grading. And with the gobo attachment, this is one of the add-ons that I really love for this light. It's super easy and convenient to adjust this. We can just slide in these blades and they are very, very smooth. Probably one of the best ones that I've used out of the other competitors as well. And we've also got the ability to adjust the focus, so we can make the circle really sharp, or we can push in the blades. And if we wanted to change in our angle, we can just rotate this in the center, whatever direction we want to. And that means that we save a lot of time with setting this up. All that's left to do is take our shot, and for the camera settings, we're using an aperture of 7.1 and a shutter speed of 200. And that's just so we can keep the smoke fairly sharp in the background and pick up some of those details. Now I'm just going to add a bit of smoke in the background and keep clicking away until I find the shot that I'm pretty happy with. For our third and final image, we're going to be using the gobo and also some prisms to see how we can manipulate this one light source and create an interesting and abstract shot. With the gobo switched on, we have loads of light refracting through all of the prisms on the table, and we also have some of that light going through the center of the bottle, which is creating a pattern and glow on the surface. We've also positioned the camera slightly higher up, looking down onto the table. We still have a 50mm lens, but taken off the ND filter to let a little bit more light into the camera. For our camera settings, we're using a shutter speed of 125th of a second, an aperture of 7.1, and an ISO of 100. I think this is a really fun way to use prisms and how you can manipulate light, and I also feel like your clients would be really impressed with how you've come up with this sort of creativity. We've got everything set up on the table, so we can just focus on taking this shot. So there you have 3 product photo ideas that you can potentially use in your next photo shoot. Let me know in the comments which idea you preferred and also what your thoughts are around the Palette Lab light. I have personally loved using this with the gobo attachment, and hopefully you learned a couple of things along the way. Remember to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.